So there was a red wave on Long Island. There was a gigantic red wave down in Florida. And one of the reasons was that Miami-Dade County went in double digits for Ron DeSantis.
First time in 20 years.
Yeah, no kidding.
In Palm Beach, too, right?
Ron DeSantis lost Miami-Dade County by, I think, 20 points, something like that, a couple of years ago. What a resurgence. But as it turns out, naturally, some on the political left are looking for reasons. You know, why did so many Latinos vote for Ron DeSantis? Well, in part, Jen Psaki, the former White House press secretary, now MSNBC pundit, said this by a tweet. The Latino vote is not the same everywhere. There are huge generational differences, and in Florida, population of older voters, more likely Republicans, much larger than younger. Socialism does not play there, and there is, and this is the important part, she says there is a massive disinformation problem in the Spanish language media. Well, you know what? The Spanish language media disagrees, and so do many others.
Yeah. So Francis Suarez, you've interviewed him countless times. He's the mayor of Miami. And here he is on why the Dems attempt to appeal to Hispanic voters, why their attempt to appeal is failing.
The Democrats are in denial. They're in denial because they first tried to brand all Hispanics as Latinx. That didn't work. People don't like it. Then they tried to go nuance, and the president's the first lady said, that we're as unique as San Antonio tacos. That also didn't work, and obviously offended people. And now they're trying to come up with more excuses as to why Republicans keep gaining with Hispanics. It's not just big for Miami-Dade County or for Florida. It's big for the United States. It's a template for success for Republican elections for a generation nationally. And I think if we continue to communicate and connect with Hispanics, it could mean a tremendous amount in terms of, not just winning elections, but creating prosperity for a country and governing through the principles that have, that are the basis of Republican elected officials and Republican politics.
And think about what an insult it is. Oh, Spanish, those Hispanics, they don't understand the difference between truth and untruths. That because they're being told things that are wrong, that's why they're not voting for me. Giancarlo Sopo is the founder of Visto Media and told Fox News Digital this: the Democrats convey tremendous ignorance when they blame Spanish disinformation for their losses among Hispanics. This excuse might help them avoid confronting difficult truths in front of donors, but it's entirely inconsistent with the data, the research data. The problem is, you have Venezuela, Cuba. They are dictatorships, communists. Anyone who comes here knows exactly what party is talking about oppression and not. And number two is they actually like the country and appreciate it. And I think more and more, I think the Hispanic community is saying, can we be called Americans? And I think the Republican Party clearly has approached them that way.
I just don't think the Democrats like the fact that more Latinos are becoming Republicans.
Right,
ultimately.
exactly. And maybe he has a good point that they're just doing this to appeal to the donors. In Florida, Republicans won 55% of the Puerto Rican vote and 50% of other Latino votes.